get do-overs. All right, let's start again. Ms. Pompey, what brought you to the Voice Lab in the first place?
What brought me to the Voice Lab was the fact that for 3 weeks, I noticed that I had a severe hoarseness that I had never had in the past that wouldn't seem to go away. And I noticed that it was going into the 4th week, and I said something had to be wrong. And it was as a result of having a cold. And normally after a cold, the hoarseness is there, but it fades away. And I felt that there must have been a problem.
But it didn't go away this time.
No, it didn't.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, when you came to the Voice Lab, what are some things that you learned that you were doing that affected your voice negatively?
One thing, well, several things I learned, but one was I always talk in such a high pitch and also with a loud tone. And also I sing a lot in the choir, and I'm always doing a high pitch of talking, singing, and I realized that I need to lower my tone, which I was learning was putting a strain on my vocal cords. Something I didn't think would be a problem in just everyday living.
Great. So since you've learned these things, tell me some of the things that you did in therapy that you think has made a difference in the way your voice is today.
Some of the things I did was I was taught to do what was called vocal functions, and it was how I breathe, how I inhaled, exhaled, how I lowered my pitch, how I...
We worked on reducing the strain in your throat.
That's correct.
And using a more relaxed voice.
Exactly. And the relaxed voice has brought so much comfort to me talking as well as singing. It's such a good, comfortable feeling that I didn't realize this was part of normal living, because I had really used my voice in the wrong tone and way for so long that I thought it was normal. And then I realized it wasn't, how much better my voice felt when I used the techniques that I was taught. I realized how much better it was for my vocals.
Great. So tell me, now that you have your voice back again, what changes has that made in your life, or how has your new voice affected your life?
Oh, it's affected it tremendously. First of all, I sing a lot. So in singing in the choir, my comfort and my ease is so much better. There were times when I was singing and my voice would, after choir rehearsal, it would be a little sore. But now there's no problem, really. I leave rehearsal feeling comfortable. Also, in talking with others, they say they notice how I'm not so loud and how they can understand what I'm saying in more of a calmer, lower pitch. Yet, it's been effective at getting out what I need to say.
So overall, you're pleased with your new voice, and have you been able to maintain it over these last 6 months since you've completed therapy?
I have. Believe it or not, which I think is so strange, in and out I've had a cold. But in having a cold, it doesn't linger like it used to. And I do really appreciate one of the functions that I was taught, and that is not to clear your throat so much. Man, that has been so effective. I mean, how you can clear it from inside your diaphragm, which has been so amazing, and stop doing all that coughing, because all that coughing is putting a tear on your vocal cords. So it has really, now that I went through the procedure 6 months back, I have had no problems with hoarseness, believe it or not. I've had colds, I've had sinus, I suffer with sinus quite a bit, but I haven't had a lingering hoarseness at all, which to me is so amazing, because in the past, it would be on and off, on and off.
Well, I'm impressed that you've done so well.
I am too, very impressed and very thankful. And I really appreciate what I learned, and like I said previously, I don't know if it's a form of ignorance or just didn't know how important your vocals are to your everyday health living. It's part of being healthy, and I don't take it for granted. And I thought that it shouldn't have been such a problem, because singing and talking is all I've done all my life. But it does matter to even have healthy vocals in your everyday life.
Wow. What can I add to that?